So I'm a runner, but I'm also a CEO, a dad, a husband, lots of other names that people who might not like me might also call me. And also I have some kind of social life, mainly revolving around dropping the kids to and from various parties and sporting events and things like that. And stupidly, I'm training for my very first marathon. I'm trying to cram that into my week. So the idea of this video is to take you along with me for a week of my training, and hopefully you can see how I do it, how you can fit training for a marathon into a busy week, but more likely going to be commiserating with me as you experience the same sort of pitfalls as I do. So let's get stuck into a full week of my marathon training. Okay, it's Monday, and that means hitting the gym. The single most important thing for me this whole year has been getting in the gym and getting in the gym regularly. And I had to start the year by following my physio prescribed rehab exercises because I was getting knee pain running above a certain distance. And I knew that if I was going to be able to run far enough to even consider building up for a marathon, I needed to work on that first. And then that's progressed to a combination of those slightly heavier, really focused exercises to a more general kind of suite of exercises that touch on all of the functional elements of running and use a combination of body weight and lower weights from within the gym. And actually, I've loved it. I've really enjoyed the challenge, seeing progress and all of that side of things, but also I've enjoyed the regularity and the consistency. I haven't tried to absolutely smash it in every gym session. I've just tried to show up twice a week, every week, and I've been really rewarded by that. Consistency is key here. I don't need to absolutely hammer it and lift stupidly heavy weights or anything like that once every month or 2 months. I just need to keep coming every week. Okay, gym done. So now it's time to rest or work and look after the kids and generally like be an adult before a run tomorrow. Okay, it's Tuesday morning. First juggling act of the day is out of the way. The kids are safely at school, so I've dropped them off. Now I'm going to try and squeeze in my run before work starts, and the Runna app has me doing an easy 10K. So let's get out there and get it done. So I actually find my easy runs, usually they're 8K or 10K, round about that kind of distance. I find them the hardest of the week because I'm most tired from having done my long run at the weekend a few days earlier, and there's no structure to them. It's just kind of go out and cover the distance, even though it's the shortest, easiest run of the week. I find that mentally quite challenging. 10K seems to have gone from this quite scary distance where I hadn't covered that far for ages, so all of a sudden that's my short, relatively easy run of the week. So one of the things that I find most difficult, and I know loads of other people do, is I'm running 3 times a week and you feel like you've got to make every run count. But the purpose of this run is recovery and a little bit of miles in the legs. Being sensible with the pace is so important, and sometimes I'll find myself almost ticking along a little bit too quickly as I get a bit too excited, and I have to back off to kind of make sure I'm not compromising my interval session, my long run later in the week. So today I'm wearing the brand new 1080 V13 from New Balance. I've been wearing these for basically all of my mileage. So my easy runs and my longer runs, I've been wearing the Super Comp Elite V3 from New Balance for my faster stuff, and that's what I'll be wearing on race day. In fact, if you stay tuned in this video, if you like the look of them, we're going to be giving away a pair, so stay tuned for that competition. I never regret getting out for a run. The sun's shining, yes, it's a little bit cold, but I'm doing something before my working day's even started, so it's an amazing way to start the day. Sets my week up for success. The only thing I'm worrying about later this week is this pending 30K, which is hanging over me like this terrifying kind of guillotine waiting to drop. Just for Sarah and Rick and any loyal podcast fans, I've stopped. What's this? Feels, love it. Okay, better get started again. Okay, that's my easy 10K done to start the day. Maybe time for a quick shower and a bite to eat, and then sit down at my desk and get on with the day. 3 different children, 3 different reasons. Scared, cold. It's actually quite nice to be wanted. I know that I shouldn't wish it away, but I would quite like to just sleep through the night. That'd be great. Okay, so first fail of the week. Inevitably, this was going to happen, and it's happened already. Terrible drop off this morning, just bad parenting for me, bad organisation. The kids were being so difficult, breakfast on the floor, shoes weren't ready, packed lunches, seatbelts in the car, all added up to me missing my train, being late to work. The slot that I had scheduled to go to the gym disappeared, and now I've been in back-to-back meetings. There's no way I'm going to fit it in today, so I'm going to have to move it to tomorrow. So I'm going to move it in the app, and hopefully that won't have a knock-on to the rest of my week. Good morning. Today, Thursday morning is already going better because, like a sensible person, I packed my bag for the gym last night and I got up early this morning because I don't have to do the kids' school run on a Thursday morning. And I've headed to the gym. I'm here before 8 o'clock and I'm super motivated, which I never thought I'd say. And I think that motivation comes in part from the fact that I'm pain-free from running and my knee and so on by putting all this hard work in. And then two, from just the progression that I get to see. I wasn't very good in the gym in the first place, so now just by showing up and putting in a bit of consistent effort, I get to see progression week on week. So I guess I better stop talking and get inside. Back in the gym for the second time this week, and it's sometimes a battle with how tired I've been from the accumulated mileage in my legs as that's gone up and I've had harder and then slightly easier training weeks. The fatigue has definitely crept up on me, but it's all about that consistency that I already talked about. That's what's important here, getting in the gym and just getting something done. And because this is my second time in the gym, it's a slightly different focus this time on endurance supersets. So that means a combination of exercises alternating between them rather than doing all of my sets of one exercise and then moving on to the next. So that's better bang for your buck in terms of a kind of double conditioning and cardiovascular workout because you're keeping your heart rate higher throughout and it takes a little bit less time to get more exercises done, but still focusing on that functional movement for running. And the videos in the app have really helped me do that because I can follow along with exactly what I'm meant to be doing and correct my form as I go, maybe by looking in the mirror and so on, which compares a little bit to how I would have been training in the gym as a professional athlete, because I'd have had a strength and conditioning coach who would have been correcting me as I go and then writing me a structured program to make sure that I had that level of progression and kind of taking the thought process away from me. 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. on Thursday night, Friday morning. It's just when I want to be awake ahead of tempo run. But apparently this is po o'clock if you're a 3-year-old. Okay, it's Friday, which means my faster run of the week, which this week is a tempo run. Sometimes it's been intervals, and I love intervals the most. Tempo is probably second favourite. I just like running a little bit quicker because I suppose that was what I was used to in my former life, but also in my former life as a professional runner, I wasn't getting woken up in the middle of the night, so I don't feel particularly sprightly. But I'm looking forward to getting out there, getting it done, getting something else in the bank ahead of this big one that's coming on Sunday. So let's take you with me on my tempo run. Okay, so I'm out on my warm-up. I'll do an easy 2K warm-up before then getting into the 7K tempo, which is the body of today's workout. And I'm aiming for one solid, consistent pace of around 350 per kilometre, which is faster than my marathon race pace, hence it being a tempo or tempo intensity. So on my warm-up now, and the weather's absolutely bonkers today. It's been bright sunshine, now really overcast, and it keeps kind of changing between those two. The power of a warm-up. I feel a little bit more sprightly. It's woken my body up. I'll be ready to roll into this tempo once I get this warmer kit off. So looking forward to getting stuck into it now. Just a quick one to say, I'm on some nice trails this morning. I've been kind of saving those because I know I need the conditioning in my legs of running on road surfaces for the marathon, but sometimes it's nice to just escape it a little bit. So we're off. Start of 7K. I'm going to settle into my rhythm, keep my breathing nice and relaxed, and then check in. Just in terms of my approach to the tempo, I'm just settling into my rhythm in the early stages here. It's 7K, so in my mind I've chunked it into smaller blocks of 3K, where all I'm thinking about is staying relaxed, not worrying too much about the rest of the workout. Then the next 3K, where I know I'm gonna have to squeeze a little bit to maintain that pace and think about good running form, good posture. Then that last K kind of takes care of itself, but if I feel good, I might push on a little bit. So for all my faster work, whether that's tempos or intervals, I've been wearing my race shoe. So what I'm going to be wearing in Valencia, and I'm very lucky, that is the New Balance Super Complete V3, which I absolutely love. So that's what I'm hoping is going to power me to a good run in my first marathon. Okay, excitement time. Now that I'm trying to distract myself from maintaining this pace, it's a chance for you to win something. So we're giving away a pair of New Balance's brand new 1080 V13, kind of everyday, do everything shoe, and that's what I've been wearing for all of my mileage, apart from these quicker runs. So if you'd like the chance to win, then make sure you're subscribed to the Running Channel. You drop us a comment, a bit of support for me maybe, some advice, or just let me know what you're training for so we can give you a shout out. Really appreciate it, and good luck. Okay. Tempo done, gentle jog now, into a cool down. Okay, So now it's time for a rest day. Or as much peace and quiet as you get with with 3 children. Hey to you, buddy.
Sam's got my Paw Patrol thing.
Sam's got your Paw Patrol. Oh no, disaster. Okay, so it's the last day of the training week, and it feels like, you know, I've broken the back of it, but I haven't really, because this is the thing I've been dreading all week. My long, early morning Sunday run of 30k. So I'm gonna get cracking, take you with me, talk you through it, hopefully, if I can talk as I'm going. And I'll see you back here in a little over 2 hours, hopefully. So I've been dreading this run all week. It's my longest run ever in my life, 30k. And the Runner app has it as a progressive run. So the first 10k, just nice and easy as I feel comfortable. The middle 10k progressing to a slightly quicker pace, around about 4:20 per kilometre. And then the last 10k, the longest run I've ever done in my life, has to be around about 4:10 per kilometre. So I've just been obsessing over this all week and worrying about it. And now I'm about 5k in, and first 5k have been awful because I've just been counting down. 26k to go, 25k to go. I just need to get on with it. When I woke up this morning, it was 3 degrees. I'm in long sleeves. The hat is both for sun and for warmth. Obviously you can't tell on the video, but it's freezing, and so it's taking a little while for my muscles to feel right, for my breathing to settle down a little bit, and for my heart rate to kind of come up to where I expect it to be. So lots of things to think about, which is good. It's taking my mind off it a little bit. 1/3 of the way in, feeling pretty good. Look at this, I can't stop smiling. And this is the benefit of these longer runs, is I can properly explore. It's absolutely amazing. There's lots of things that are new to me. One of them is fueling on runs. So I need to practice what I'm going to do on race day, which means gels for the marathon. So I'm trying to take one. My strategy so far has been after the first 7 or 8k, and then every 5k after that, to get used to the extra levels of carbohydrate in my stomach and the taste of them as well. I've got a credit card with me, so I can nip into a local store to grab a bottle of water on my way round. Now, the reason I've never had to fuel before is my longest run when I was training for 1500 meters was 90 minutes. And actually, I never felt the need to fuel on that because I was looking for the extra adaptation that I got from being glycogen depleted in that last kind of 20 minutes, half an hour. But the marathon is a whole different ballgame. I'm approaching 20k. I'm sort of mentally braced to hit 20k and then ramp the pace up for this final 10k. And I never thought I'd say that. 20k time check in round about 1 hour 27. The hills weren't in the plan. 23k, really tough. I really don't want to have this forced gel. I know I need to have it, just got to kind of force it down me. Anyone else felt like this during marathon training? Slight downhill section, that K, under 4 minutes. I genuinely don't know how I'm still talking, but I'm buzzing about that. We're inside the last 3k now, so we're already past my longest run so far in this training block. I can't believe it. I keep saying that, I think it's going to be boring to listen to, but I'm just so chuffed. It's amazing how quickly things change. I was feeling good. Now I wasn't even sure whether to bother filming this because it's going to tire me out more, but just hit a bit of a wall and it's a struggle, but we're nearly there. Come on, longest ever run. Oh, that is one of the hardest things I've ever done, mentally as much as physically. Yeah, 30k in the bank. Look at the smile. It doesn't seem so impossible until I quickly do the maths and go another 12.2k to go, and then I'm terrified again. 30k, 2 hours, 8 minutes. Okay, that's it, my longest run done. Pretty exhausted. That's week 9 out of 16 complete, so only just around 2 months to go until I'll be on that start line in Valencia for my first ever marathon. Terrified of that 26.2. The next installment of this video series is going to be me taking on my longest run of the whole training block, so even longer than today and potentially faster, I'm not too sure. So make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out when that video comes out. And I'd love your support. Please drop me a comment with your advice. How might you change things if you're running your first ever marathon? And of course, if you do drop us a comment, you'll be in with a chance of winning a brand new pair of the New Balance 1080 V13. So I'll see you next time. But before you go, make sure you watch this video here of Tom taking on his first ever marathon.